Thursday, week 13, day 26. Alright, 3 weeks left. Network Essentials. People, you need to take your quizzes. You should be all the way up through chapter 8. Keep going through the curriculum, and we talk about packet tracer. 3 different things need to be submitted when you do a packet tracer. We will do another one, should do another one Tuesday, and we'll do it in class. We'll do a short one and make sure people understand what to submit. Okay? Also, starting after Tuesday, there is a packet tracer online work that you'll need to do, and you'll want to get started on it because you can take it multiple times. We'll go over that on Tuesday. Today we configured routers and switches, and what we did is we configured them for connectivity and VTY access. That will come Tuesday. Plus I mentioned remote access. There's a video for that under enhanced learning. Let's take a look at so we talked about how we were going to address all the connections. So I will circle in yellow. So we had device 19 was a router, and device 5 is a switch. 20, device 6 is a switch, 17 is a router, 7 is a switch, 31 is a router, 8 was a switch, 32 was a router, 27 was a switch, 16 a router, 26 a switch, 15 a router, 25 a switch. And so what we did was we had this network that we used for the LAN, local area network, and then this network was simulating the WAN. Okay, if you take a look here, we've got this. That's like our WAN connection, and let's say this is our LAN connection. So what we wanted to do is build connectivity. So here's how far we got. We got pretty close to having full connectivity, but we configured the router, and then we configured a PC, and those were configured using this network. And so then we followed that pattern. Okay, for this network here, this one for here, this one for here, here, and so forth. Okay, then let me use green. Then we used a different network for the connection for the routers. Now you notice that's a 19 in there for addressing. So this one, it would be a 20. This connection in there, we'd say 17, just so we had some consistency. Plus you can't double up your addresses. Now you'll notice this network coming off of this router, which was 24, we used 17. And then that'll make sense on Tuesday when we look at a couple things. So then after the students got their PC hooked up here on the LAN part, and they could ping here, then we configured the addresses here for the WAN part. So they used a 31. So it would be, in this example, right here, it would be 172, 17, 31, and then 0, and we did these /24. We'll talk about how you would actually maybe do that differently in the future. And then we put a .2 here and .1 there. So then be a .2, and then the other connection would be a .1. I will finish configuring these two devices. Okay, probably do that this afternoon. Okay, this is Thursday. And so then you can see the connectivity. We had to do some work with some routes and so forth too. Alright. So we also got to the point where I will, on the WAN part, I'll create an IP address to point back in to your LANs, and you will need, I don't know, let's use another color, a default route to go out. And we'll finish that up on Tuesday too. A couple more things here. I didn't list all the commands, and this would how you do a default route. Those are referred to as quad zeros. More or less they're saying if it doesn't show up anywhere else in the routing table, this would take everything else, and then we said which interface to send it out of, and then this would be the IP of the next hop. More on that next week. Yeah, next week we just have Tuesday, so we want to finish up the configurations and start in on the last chapter, chapter 9, on testing and troubleshooting. That's it for today.